Hi, it's Dave, and today I'm going to be showing you why I use gloss varnish on my gel print transfer pages that I use with my laser prints. When you finish the laser print, first off, you need to understand the reason why I use a laser print is because toner is actually a plastic filament. It's plastic being transferred onto a piece of paper, then heated so that it becomes uh, on top of the paper. Whereas inkjet is actually an ink which goes onto paper and actually soaks in. So there's a difference between the two. I'm not saying that the inkjet can't work. I just haven't been able to get to work. Laser does every time I try it, especially since I found this trick. So I want to show you how this works and why it works. Um, I got this print right here that I'm going to work with. Now, if you look at it, I'm going to bring it as close as I can, and I'll show you a close up here in the shade. But if you look at it, there is no sheen there. It's just basically flat. There is a bit of a sheen, but it's not very visible. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take you over and I'm going to show you what I do with my spray varnish to make this work, and I'll come back and I'll show you the difference. The concept for this technique that I use comes from Lucy of Lucy Art Studio. She does a really good job explaining it on her channel, and you see it up above here. So go check her out. It's a wealth of information. I'm getting really a lot out of it. So all the images you see that I work with, as especially lately, have come off of gel inspirations. You see the website here, and let me explain to you what it is a little bit about. Gel Inspirations offers a instantly downloadable bundles. They're high contrast, high resolution images for transfers. The bundles come in themes, and I find them just extremely useful. So go check her out. This is the print I was talking about, and hopefully you can see it. What I'm going to do is today, this is my Winsor Newton gloss varnish. I got it off Amazon. I think that pretty much any gloss varnish would work. It's just what I picked up, and I'll do some more experimenting, see if I can find some cheaper options with this. But what I'm going to do with this, I place it down and I'm going to give it a few passes. And I tried to do it in all four directions. So it's actually going to get about 4 coats. You're going to be about 6 to 12 inches away from the paper. And all I'm going to do is I'm just going to give it a quick spray. And I'm going to try it from the next direction. Now back from the other side that we started at. And finally, the last. Now that's probably overkill, but one of the things that hopefully you can have seen is as I put it down, the black parts got blacker. And I can personally see a huge difference as far as the amount of buildup. When you put the varnish down, it builds up on top of the toner. So it kind of seals that toner in, but at the same time, any parts that were white before, it just soaks into the paper. So it makes the toner or the black parts stand out and gives them a coating. So it actually creates a top coat on this, and the paint, when you go to use it on your drill plate, doesn't adhere to those parts. So when you put whatever color it is down, those are the parts that are going to be repelled. They're not going to be taken up on the gel plate. On all the places you see white, they're going to suck up the paint. They're going to absorb that paint. So let me take you back over, and I'm going to show you what it looks like in the sun. This is the same sheet of paper as we had before. Yeah, I'm not sure. Let me see if I can catch the sun just right so you can actually see the fact that it's got more of a sheen to it. You can see the fact that it's got more of a reflective quality. So That's the reason why it works. And I'm going to take this now and to the art room, and let's see kind of a print we can get with this. Okay, I'm back in the art room, and what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take my dandelions, or my whatever they are. I think they're daisies, and I'm going to try to create let's see how this will work with the, because it's been sprayed. You saw me do that. I'm going to see what we can come up with. The safe way to do this is to use black. I'm going to try to mix it up today and create a gradient before I do this. Let's wish me luck, because I hope that it works. And it's not really the point of this one is to be doing this sort of thing, but let's get to it anyhow. You can see here where I had too much paint on here, but the image is there. I'm going to go ahead and pull this with how it is. Actually, no, I'm gonna play some games with it, because there is really too much paint on there, but I don't want to waste it. So I'm going to let that sit for just a second, and I'm going to put some texture down. I'll be back in just a few minutes. Okay, it's just a little bit tacky in here yet, but I'm going to push ahead. Normally I would let this dry, especially when I have little blotchy parts here, for just a little bit longer. But I'm gonna forge ahead. And I'll go ahead and put down my pull-up layer. This is tight and buff. Put down just a little bit more paint, because I want to make sure this is nice and wet before I put the paper down. You can tell it was already starting to pull it up. That tells me I let it sit just a little too long. Wait, this down. This is rice paper, shiny side down. All the way out to the corner. Probably not going to get the corners, because it was driving extremely fast. Okay, let's pull it. It may not be dry enough. Let's see. How do I feel about that? Well, it's not a good example of what I was talking about with the using the gloss varnish. I mean, you can see it. You can definitely see the flowers in there, but I was really expecting a more definitive print. So I'm going to try this again. I've got another print here to work with. Let's try that. It's not the same image, but it's the same process that's been through. I'm going to do this with just plain old black. This is black oxide. I really don't want too much. You saw what happened last time when you used too much. So let's see what we can do here. You want a good layer, but you want it nice and light. You don't really want it heavy, and that's what I did wrong with the last one. So you just want that nice light layer. I'm going to put it down quick. Get all my corners, get everything covered, give it a rub in the middle, and pull it. can see there, I did get the imprint. You can see it very clearly. I'm going to clean this up just a little bit so you can discern where it is. You do the same thing with tape. Tape is cleaner. It's easier to get, it's easier to get all your excess up. Okay, this dries extremely fast, and because I put a lighter layer down, it's actually dry now, so there's nothing coming up. So I'm going to lay down a real quick gradient. See, here I am getting fancy. This is sap green. I think I'll put yellow down just because. Both are transparent colors, so you're going to be able to see the print underneath. I'm going to dial this up just a little bit. I'm going to add a little bit of stamps. That should do it. Let's do a little bit more of the dots down. Let this dry for a few minutes, and I'll be back. This is Super Pearl Gold by Nova Color. It's an opaque color, and it'll give me a nice gold glowing behind. At least that's the plan. And I'm going to go ahead and pull this. It's tight with some titanium white. And this is rice paper. Down. Good rub. I'm going to put this down on top of this, put some weight on it, and I'll come back here in just a few minutes. I'm going to give it a shot, see how we did. Still feels a little damp to me, but it's been down quite a bit while, so yeah, it looks like it's coming up. And I'd say that was a success. So I think a lighter background would have shown up a little better. That sap green, although it does give jungle vibes, it definitely is a good pull, and that had a lot of detail to it, so I'm excited about that. I'm going to take you down for a closer look. So you can clearly see the leaves in the background. It's a really very nice print. You can definitely see all the way through, and the addition of the texture in there kind of helped. It would have been nice if I had I think another layer of contrasting colors, but I'm not unhappy with this. So I want to just kind of call it at this point. Hope that you got something out of this. If you haven't done so already, go ahead and give me a like, leave a comment, and of course subscribe, because it helps with the algorithm and it helps me grow this channel. This has been Thursday Train. Up before me, you should have seen Gert of Gert Creates. And up after me is going to be Adrian and Corey of Arts Really Cool. I don't believe that Julie or Janice are with us this week, and there may be changes afoot. So keep your eyes open for that. And we also have an edition that may be coming very soon. So I hope that you got something out of this today, and I certainly hope that you have a great week. Thanks for being here. Bye for now.